its orifice. Setup. We have set it on hydraulic bench. I have already told you that hydraulic bench, how it works and how it flows and how this range works. Before going into details of hydraulic bench, we don't have enough time, so we are directly going into orifice meter. Here is attached with connected with the input valve, and here the supply goes on. This comprises of a tank with an overflow valve. If it overflows the limitation, it will definitely go down and it will overflow here. It comprises of you may say that needles with different calibrations. Here it is in centimeter. So it comprises of at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 needles to show the measuring heights. Here it comprises of, if it is can be seen, if it can be seen from here, it comprises of a notch. It is 4 millimeter in dia. So we already know the diameter of the orifice. Now what is the principle? Actually the principle is to it just touches the nip of the needle and it goes and it's going to store in the tank. So I am going to switch on that valve and going to find out the behavior. Our target will be to know the x and y coordinates of that flow, because we know that it's the x coordinates and we are going to find it out by having different measurements, and y coordinates, so that it only touches the jet flow. It is not interference by the needle, but it only touches the flow gently. Okay. I am switching on overflow has been set it on. We may vary it, but it's set it on at about 29 centimeter, and orifice behavior has been shown. As you already know, orifice is an opening through which the water flows. Now our target will be to show the smooth flow with only touching of that needle, and after that we are going to find out the XY coordinates of that jet flow and discharge by storing volumetric tank within according with the time. Now I am here. What I am doing to do so is I am going to set out the needle gauges. It can be seen that it only touches the flow. So okay, it's okay, and it's not touching, but it's a little bit above the stream. So we are going to make it a little bit. Now it's touching again. Gently, we have to be very careful for that. Gently making it down. And it's okay. Can you see that it only touches? Now here it's a gap again. Now we have to make sure that gap doesn't exist. Gently making it down towards the flow. Okay, again it's touching and disturbing the flow. It's just touching the stream. Again it's compulsing the stream, and we are going to just make sure it only touches the stream. Again it's intersecting the stream flow. We are making sure that it doesn't touch it touches but doesn't variate or disturb the flow. Again the path is fully disturbed by this needle, and after this we are going to find the jet coordinates. The coordinates may be measured by x-axis and y-axis, and it's simply a concept that y coordinates will be measured by the ruler. It's already provided here. It's still fluctuating, but approximately we are going to have our maximum preciseness. As at other than human error exists, and now it's fluctuating, but still we have our maximum capability to utilize our visual eye to make sure that now I'm pretty sure that it only touches the nip of that needle. Now what is to be done is, firstly we are going to find the z coordinates. Here we are going to take it 0, x1 will be 0 and x2 will be from very precise mid to the mid, it's 5. So approximately exactly, but it's 5 centimeter. So x2 will be, x1 will be 0, x2 will be 5 centimeter. And the y1 will be 0 and y2 will be about 0.6 centimeter. Now, thirdly, y will be 1.9 centimeter with the horizontal coordinates of 5 centimeter. For the fork, it's about 3.1 centimeter coordinate of y for, and the distance will be again 5 centimeter. So going further, it's approximately 5 centimeter for each of the x-axis, and for the y, we are going to find out each coordinate. Now it has been done. Now I will take a jug. Measurement has been done in milliliter liter as well, so don't go for the confusion. I will go for the liter, 0.5, 0.7. I am going to take approximately 1 liter to find out the discharge according to the stopwatch. So what I am doing is to just ask my fellow to start the stopwatch and going to collect the volume of about 1 liter. So let's start. Our flow is not disturbed and that's easy by needle, and it's about 1 liter, the time of 20 seconds. So stopwatch has been used to occupy that volume 1 liter in 20 seconds. Okay. Now it is an actual discharge. Now for theoretical discharge, we will have a formula to copy it in this theoretical discharge. The utilization of this coordinates of the jets will be in a function of variation. Okay. So CD is equal to actual discharge into theoretical discharge. CD has been found out, coefficient of discharge has been found out, and now coefficient of variation will be found out by using the coordinates. So that's how we will use our orifice meter, and that's how the demonstration will be happening. Thank you.
So for now, observation and calculation of the flow through orifice. Firstly, we are going to put the head as our wish. So sort out the overflow. As in practical, we may remember that we have taken our head about 39 point something centimeter. So just put there in a centimeter reading of 39.8 centimeter or maybe 5. So whatever it is. Next column is a jet coordinates. The jet coordinate is x, y, and y1. X1 is just an horizontal distance, and y1 is just a vertical distance. And similarly, x2 and y2 are the other coordinates which we have to put it in that table. X2 is the horizontal distance by the second gauge needle, and y2 is the distance covered vertically by the second gauge needle. Okay. Net coordinates is x2 minus x1 into 100 and y is equal to y2 minus 1 into 100. y2 minus min x2 minus min can be obtained from these tables each. The term taken for the 20 centimeter rise, we have taken just 20. You may take 10 or even 5 or 30 centimeter. It depends on you. Now Q theoretical is C into under root H. Now C has been obtained, which is A is equal to 2G. Now A is the area. So that's how Q theoretical may be find out. Now QD, it is the ratio. Coefficient of discharge is the ratio between Q actual and Q theoretical. So here how the ratio may be find out. Now going further, coefficient of velocity. For coefficient of velocity, here x may be known and 2gh have to be find out. Now for x coordinates, you may use that x1 or that one use have to be made for that x, and 2gh has to be utilized by this head. The coefficient of variation velocity has been find out. Now coefficient of contraction has to be find out by using this CV. CV just put it, and CD is already known, so coefficient of contraction may be find out by this.